Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for letting me be here. Today I'm going to be presenting my research proposal that's titled Strategies to Improve Nursing Retention and Workflow Efficiency. This topic is incredibly important because it affects not only healthcare organizations, but also the patients and families who rely on safe and efficient and compassionate care. I want to start with an open scenario that might feel familiar to a lot of hospital workers. Imagine being in a busy hospital unit during peak hours. Nurses are juggling heavy workloads and documentation demands, repeated call outs, unexpected emergencies. They're skilled and dedicated, but also overwhelmed. Now imagine that these two nurses recently quit and no replacements are available. The remaining staff are stretched thin, burnout rises, and eventually more nurses leave. This is the cycle that's happening in hospitals across the country. Today, I'm just going to walk you through why there is a nursing shortage and workflow efficiencies and why they're so serious, what current research is telling us, the methods all used to study these issues, the expected outcomes, and why this research matters for both healthcare professionals and the general public. Ultimately, my thesis is this: to improve nurse retention and workflow efficiency requires a multi-layered, evidence-based approach that strengthens organizational leadership, support systems, and technologies. Some background on the issue. The nursing shortage. The United States is facing one of the most severe nursing shortages in history. The Bureau of Labor Statistics predicts that we will need about 275,000 new nurses within the next 5 to 6 years. And on top of that, the American Nurses Foundation reports that nearly 50% of nurses feel burned out, and 1 in 5 are considering leaving the profession altogether. Why does this matter? A high turnover directly impacts patient safety and costs. Research shows that replacing just one bedside nurse can cost more than $50,000, where units are understaffed, patient satisfaction drops, and medical errors increase, and nurses are facing even more stress from this. Workflow inefficiencies not only make this worse, but studies also show that nurses will spend more time documenting than providing direct patient care. Outdated technology, redundant tasks, and poor communication systems drain morale and productivity for nurses. The current literature reveals several consistent themes, such as a structured support system will improve retention, supportive leadership strongly influences job satisfaction, better designed workflow reduces burnout, and the Lean Six Sigma method will help to improve efficiency. The qualitative research within my research proposal will show that many nurses leave not because of pay, but due to lack of support and overwhelming administrative burdens. The purpose is to identify evidence-based strategies to improve both nurse retention and workflow efficiency. Research questions that I will ask during my research would be: which organizational strategies improve nurse retention? How do workflow inefficiencies contribute to the burnout? And what combination of interventions improves both retention and workflow? Within my research, I will do a mixed method design to incorporate both quantitative and qualitative data. For quantitative data, I'll conduct surveys to measure the job satisfaction, workload, burnout, and a nurse's intent to stay. With qualitative, it'll be semi-structured interviews to explore the deeper experiences that the nurses are experiencing themselves. For data collection, I plan to do about 120 hospital nurses to participate for the surveys, and then 15 interviewed nurses. The surveys will be done online and they'll remain confidential, as well as the interviews. They'll be also recorded and transcribed. For quantitative analysis, this will include descriptive statistics and regression. Qualitative analysis includes thematic coding, and both sets of data are compared and integrated. My expected findings will include that retention is strongly linked to supportive leadership, manageable workloads, and flexible scheduling. The workflow inefficiencies, especially documentation, are major contributors to the burnout that nurses are experiencing. From this research, I plan to recommend better leadership training, mentorship programs, improved EHR systems, and a redistribution of non-nursing tasks. The significance of this is that the research will help to benefit healthcare organization through reduced turnover and better staffing stability, nurses through reduced burnout and increased support, and patients through safer and high-quality care. In conclusion, the nursing shortage and workflow challenges threaten healthcare systems, but they're also solvable with evidence-based strategies. My research aims to combine organizational, technological, and workflow improvements to help nurses thrive, because when nurses thrive, patients thrive. Thanks for your time.